Hello everyone. Let us wait for 1 minute so everyone can join, and then after we'll start our lab. Okay, so in the last lab, it was discussed about some well-known theorem of graph theory, and it was prove it. That is, first one is the first theorem of graph theory, and what is its statement? The sum of degree of all vertices equal to twice the number of edge. So how we can prove that? So that was discussed in last lab. Okay, we have the two scenario there for any edge. Either it is a loop or a edge. Okay, so we have two cases to identify the degree. For loop we are already count 2 times, and for edges it is considered two endpoint v1 and v2. So the particular edge will count at both the place at the degree of v1 and degree of v2. So it is already counted 2 times, and therefore each edge is involved 2 times for the degree. It means it is considered twice of each edge counting the degree, and therefore the sum of degree of all vertices that equal to twice the number of edges. So that we will discuss this example. Any graph you can prove that, and then after we will discuss the second theorem. Number of vertices of odd degree in a graph is always a even in quantity. So that was discussed by using the first theorem of graph theory and its counter example. Then after we discuss about a simple graph. Simple graph means graph does not have any types of loop as well as parallel edges, and it's well-known theorem. It is also very important theorem for the graph theory. So for simple graph, the total number of edge you can consider as a n into n minus 1 by 2. So that is also very important theorem, and its proof is also simple and easy to understand. So we are consider one situations there for a phi graph, and then we have to map all the data with this graph, and then after you can easily understand each of the sentence. Then after complete graph means every pair of vertices are connected, means there exists edge between each and every pair of the vertices. So that is called a complete, and we derive one result that it should be the simple graph, and we can say it is a complete graph if there exists edge between each and every pair of the vertices. Means there are 3 vertex here in this graph, so there should be an edge between any pair of the vertices. It means each pair of the vertices. So if we consider this 2 vertex, so there should be an edge. If we consider this vertex and this vertex, so there should be an edge. So consider this scenario for all the vertices. So that become a complete graph. So that is a K3. Notations for complete graph is a Kn. So that is 3 vertices, so it is denoted K3. That is a 4 vertices, so it is a K4. That is 6 vertices, so it is called K6 graph. That is a K7 graph. So that is a complete graph. After you have to learn bipartite graph, that is also completed in the last lab. What is meaning of bipartite graph? Okay, there is one set, a vertex set V, and you have to divide in the two partition V1 and V2. Clear? Where V1 and V2 are subset of V, it means you have to take the vertices in V1 and V2 from the vertex set V. And then after you have to make the connection in such a way that one endpoint in V1, clear, there should be an edge which you have to connect. So there should be one endpoint in V1, another endpoint is from the V2, clear. So here the 5 vertex in the vertex set V, clear, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, clear. And there is two partition, as a one is a V1 and second is a V2. So in V1 there are considered 3 vertices, V2 there is a 2 vertices, V4 and V5. So 3 vertex here, V1, V2, V3, and there is a 2 vertex here, V4 and V5. So there is an edge whose one endpoint is from the V1 and second endpoint is from the second partition V2. There is an edge whose connect the V2 and V4. So it is one endpoint is from the V2 first partition and second endpoint is from the second partition. Clear? So that type of graph is known as a bipartite graph. Then after complete bipartite graph, so that is known as a every vertex in V1 should be connected to every vertex in V2. So that is also easy to understand. Every vertex, you have to consider each vertex of V1 should be connected to each vertex of V2. So that is known as a complete bipartite graph that we will discuss. That is notations for that is a KMN. Okay, and Mn means number of vertex in the first partition and N means number of vertex in the second partition. So that is known as a complete bipartite graph, and that is a graph of that is a K23. So 2 vertex in one side and 3 vertex in another side. So every vertex of this side should be connected to every vertex of opposite side. Okay, so do this for each vertex. So here it is 2 vertices, there is 3 vertices. So from this vertex that should be create 3 edges. Same for the second vertex. So that is shape of K23, that is a K35, it is a K26, and then after subgraph we also discussed in the last lab. Okay, there is one graph G is equal to V, and we have to consider one subset of that. Clear? As a H, this V1 is a subset of V and E1 is a subset of E. So it means we have to take one partition of the graph. Clear? That is the main graph here, G. Clear? That is include the 5 vertex in this graph. So, and we have to take its subgraph to take one small partition. Clear? You have to take only single vertex from this graph. Let us take only V1. I write only V1 here. So V1 is also the subgraph of this graph. Clear? Only single vertex I consider from this graph. So it is also subgraph of the main graph. And here I consider 4 vertices. So it is a subgraph of this one. Clear? And remember one thing, the edge included in the subgraph, that should be the edge of the main graph. Vertices included in the subgraph, that should be the vertices of the main graph. Clear? You have to include from the vertices of the G. That is also the subgraph. Clear? So this exercise you have to complete in the last lab. You have to draw all the such vertices. The subgraph exercise also completed that, and that is for your homework in the last lab, I think. And you have to derive the G minus A, G minus H, and G minus small h set. Clear? You have to delete essence of the vertices and essence of the edges. So G minus A means you have to remove this vertex from the graph. So when we remove this vertex from the graph, clear, when we delete this vertex, what is the remaining step? When we delete this vertex from this graph, this H will be remaining here, this edge will be remaining, clear, this edge will be remaining, this edge will be remaining, this vertex will be remaining, that is, this part will be remaining, clear, and we just delete the edge, this A, so this part will be removed, clear, from this graph, these 3 edges with this vertex will be now removed. And same consider for G minus H, clear. So remove the H now, so remaining boundary will be as it is there, clear. And now small h means the edge, this edge we have to remove, so that now remove that, this vertex will be as it is that, and remaining part you can consider. So that is a subgraph. Clear? The getting graph answer, that is a subgraph of the main graph. So that is exercise was complete in the last lab, and now next topic of this unit is a walk. So it is also very important topic to understand two well-known graph in the graph theory, that is the Euler graph and Hamiltonian graph. Clear? And this both graph are very much important to understand such type of shortest route. Clear? Path is possible or not, clear, between the two locations. So it is very important to in real life also, as well as in engineering. So let us first understand the three subtopic: walk, path, and circuit, and then after we will learn Euler graph and Hamiltonian graph. So what is meaning of walk? Clear? It is a simple word, that walk. Clear? Walk means you have to visit some places. Clear? One by one. That is meaning of walk. Clear? So what does it mean in the mathematical way? Let us understand. Walk is defined as a finite alternating sequence of vertices and edge beginning and ending with the vertex. Clear? Vertex means locations, and the edges means the connection between the any two locations. Clear? So we have, there is 6 locations there, and you have to visit each locations one by one by the way. Clear? By the connections. So what is meaning of definitions? The walk is a finite alternating sequence, means you have to consider the finite locations. That clear? You cannot visit the infinite locations. So that should be the finite form. Clear? That should be the finite alternating sequence of the vertices and edges beginning and ending. Clear? That is important here. Beginning and ending with the vertex means you have to visit one by one locations, that then you have to end your journey with one particular location. Clear? You cannot end your journey on the edges. Clear? Means on the connections. You have to end your journey with one particular place. So beginning and ending with the one vertex. Clear? And second things, no edge appears more than one in a walk. It means you have to use one path one time, then you cannot use the same path again to reach back another place. Clear? Means edge cannot appear more than one. If you to use one time to reach one place to another place, then you cannot use the same path again to reach back, otherwise to reach another places. Clear? So edge cannot include more than one time. It is used only one time. So vertex, how may appear more than one? You can visit the same place again via the different route, but you cannot use the same edge again to visit any another place. Clear? If you use the one place, then you can reach back again via the another route, another way. But the same way, clear, same route you cannot use that. Means it is one types of one way. Clear? You can use the path only one time, but you cannot use the same path again to reach back. Clear? So edge cannot appear more than one, but vertex can appear more than one. So let us understand with this counter example. So then after we'll understand the what is the distance and so on. Clear? So this is a graph here, and here I include the 5 vertex. Clear? Vertex A, that is a vertex B, C, third vertex, vertex D, and vertex E. Clear? And there are 8 edges included in this graph. Clear? And you can map with the 5 different locations. Clear? That is vertices right now. Clear? Vertices and edges right now. But now you have to think about the walk. So you have to also map with this data to our real life. So what is that? Here it is a 5 different places. Clear? And that is a path between the all the places. Clear? There is one road between A to B. There is a 4 route between from the vertex B, which connect B to A, B to E, B to D, and B to C. Clear? There is a 2 route between from the C. It is connect C to B and C to D. Clear? And there is one loop here at the vertex E. Okay, and there is a 3 remaining path which is connect A, B, and D. So that is one a real life scenario here, and now you have to define the walk. What is a walk? The walk is a finite alternating sequence. Means you have to consider any starting point. You have to start your walk, visit the place one by one, clear, and walk, clear, at any vertex. It means you have to end your walk at any vertex. Okay, so let's consider here. So here in this graph, A, E1B, E2C, E3D, E4E. It is one walk. Clear? I start with A, then after I move on the edge E, then I reach at the second place B. Clear? That is a small walk. Clear? A, E1B. A, E1B. That is one small walk. You can consider here A, E1B. It is the smallest walk. Clear? Which connect the two places and one path. Okay, so it is the smallest walk, A, E1B. Now you consider the more places that we have to visit, the more vertices right now. So here A, E1B, then after third place is C. So I move on the E2 edges and I reach to the place C. Then after I move on the E3 and reach to the vertex D, and then after E4 and I end my walk at the vertex T. Clear? So it is known as a walk. A, E1B, E2C, E3D, E4E. As you can check the definitions right now, it is include the finite form. Clear? It is include the five different places. So it is a finite alternating sequence. What is alternating? Alternating means you have to use the vertex first, then after edge, then after vertex, edge, and so on. So it is known as the alternating sequence, of which vertex, edge, and so on. So here it is a vertex, then after edge, vertex, edge, and so on. Clear? And you have to start with one place and end your journey with one place. Clear? So to start your journey with starting and ending should be an vertex. That is the conditions of the walk. Starting and ending should be one vertex, and no any edge appears more than one. So as you can check in this path, every edge, clear, this edge include only one time, E1, E2, E3, E4. There is no any repetitions in this edge. Okay, so that is one walk. Let us consider second one, EEAT. Clear? Let us use the second walk here, EEAT. So consider E and again move on the loop, then again reach back to the E. Okay, and then after I shift to the D. So that is a E4D. Okay, then after E6B, so I move on the E6 and reach back to the B, and then E1A. So move on the E1 edge and reach back to the A. So EEAT, then after D, E6B and E1A. Clear? And as you can check that edge are not repeated here. E8, E4, E6, E1 all are different edges, but vertex appear more than one. Here vertex E are repeated that, but that is valid in the definition of walk. Clear? Vertex may appear more than one. Vertex X ज़्यादा आ सकते, ठीक है? You can visit the same place again, but you cannot use the same path again. Clear? It means the same edge again. That is not possible in the walk. So EEAT, E4D, E6B, E1A are the walk. Clear? You can consider now anyone. It is not fixed that you have to consider this is your starting point. You can consider any your starting point and you can end your journey with any vertex there. But remember one thing, the edge, the path you have to use one time, so you cannot use the same path again. Okay, means the edge again. You cannot use the same edge again. So that is not possible in the place. Let us consider another. I start with the vertex vertex C. Clear? Start with the C, then I move on the E3, reach to the D, then I shift to the vertex B. Clear? E6B, then reach to the E5, vertex E. Clear? And then E7A, then again E1B. Okay, so that is one walk. Here you can check that B is repeated. Clear? Because we have to move on this way. Clear? D, then after B, after E, A, and again reach back to the B. So that is possible. Clear? As you can check that B, at the place B, we are using the two different way to reach there. One is via E6, D E6B, and then after reach back to the E, A, E1B. So that is a two different way you have to reach there. So that is valid in the definition of walk. Vertex can appear more than one, but edge cannot appear more than one. Okay, so that is a counter example. You can also create more example in this graph. Clear? Start with any place and end your journey with any place. Clear? That is lots of example that can be created. So now what is it? Counter example which is not a walk. Clear? So let us consider A E1B, E5E, E8E, E7A, E1B, E2C. Clear? Why it is not a walk? But if you observe this, all the edges, the E1, clear? This E1 is repeated 2 times in the walk. Clear? Let us show in this graph. E1 is repeated 2 times in the walk. So why it is repeated 2 times? Let us check that. My starting point is A. Clear? I start with my walk with the place A. Clear? Then after reach back to the B, A, E1B. Then after E5E. So it means I move on this way. E5E. Clear? And then after E80, I move on the loop. Again reach back to the E. Okay. And then E7A. I reach back to the A again. And then after I again use the same edges. Clear? To reach back the B. So that is the 2 times I repeated use this edge, and then I reach back to the C. Clear? What is the route? A to B, B to E, again use on the A loop, again reach to the E, then A, B, and C. Clear? So as you can see that this edge are repeated 2 times. Okay, already we are using to reach back to the A1B, and again I use this to reach to the C. So therefore it is not a walk. Okay, you cannot use the same edge again. Okay, so that is the definition of walk. What is that? It is a finite alternating sequence of vertex and edge. It is a finite alternating sequence of vertex and edge whose beginning and ending with one vertex. No any edge appear more than one, but vertex may appear more than one. नो एनी एज appears more than one. एक एज एक से ज़्यादा टाइम यूज नहीं हो सकता, बट वर्टेक्स में appear more than one. क्लियर? वर्टेक्स एक से ज़्यादा आप यूज कर सकते हो, बट यू कैन नॉट यूज द एज more than one. So that is the definitions. It is the definitions of the walk, finite alternating sequence of vertex and edges whose beginning and ending with vertex. No edge appears more than one in a walk, but vertex may appear more than one in a walk. And that is length of the walk. Clear? So as we can check that how many distance we have to cover in this walk, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer. Clear? So here we have to also check length of the walk. So length of the walk is a number of edge include in it. How many edges are included in the walk? So the number, the count is called the length of this walk. Walk is a close if the first vertex and last vertex are same. Clear? Walk is a close if the first vertex and last vertex are same. Clear? It means you have to start with the vertex A and you have to end your journey with same vertex, same place. Clear? Then it is called a close walk. It means you have to start your journey from the Rajkot city and you have to reach, clear, visit the Jamnagar, then Morbi, Ahmedabad, then again reach back to the Rajkot city. Then it is called a close walk. Okay, so starting and ending are same. This means first vertex and last vertex are same. Then it is called a close walk. So here in this example, close walk is a AE1B, that is vertex B, E2C, that is the vertex C, clear in this way, AE1B, E2C, let's use that, AE1B, E2C, E3D, clear, E4E, that is this way, and E7A, E7A. So that is called a closed walk, clear, the boundary. You have to start your journey with the A and you have to end your journey with the same place again, clear. So that is known as a closed walk, AE1B, E2C, E3D, E4E, E7A. As you can check that no any age repeated in this walk, clear, and your starting place is a and ending place is also A. So therefore it is known as a closed walk. Okay, so that is a example of walk. And now let us check the another important definition, path. Clear? What is meaning of path? Path is it should be an open walk. Clear? And now you have to filterize the definitions of walk. Clear? In path, and then after you will use the circuit. So walk means it is a finite alternating sequence of vertex and edges beginning and ending with vertex. No any edge appear more than one, but vertex may appear more than one. Vertex may appear more than one. That is definition of walk. But in path, we'll consider one open walk in which no vertex appear more than one. Now I have to consider such type of walk which is open, and in this walk no any vertex repeated that. No any vertex repeated. So that type of walk is known as a path. Clear? That type of walk is known as a path. So the length of the path, clear? That is include the number of edges in the path. Clear? Length of the path means how many edges are included in this path. If it is include one edges, then length will be 1. If include 2 edges, then length will be 2. So let us first consider the graph, and then after we will think about the self loop and so on. Clear? That is same graph I consider here, 5 vertex A, B, C, D, E, and now I consider a path. So what is meaning of that? I need to consider one open walk in which no any vertex repeated more than one time. Clear? I filterize the definitions of walk right now. Walk means main definition. Clear? And now you have to filter these definitions. In walk we are consider vertex may appear more than one, but now in path you cannot consider vertex may appear more than one. Clear? And it is an open walk means you have to consider the definition of walk. It is a finite alternating sequence of vertex and edge, clear, beginning and ending with one vertex. But now it should be open walk and no any vertex repeated more than one time, then this walk is known as a path. So in this example, consider lots of path here. Clear? You can there is I consider only one path here, but you can consider lots of path. We'll discuss now. So first path I consider here, AE1B. Clear? I start my journey from the first vertex A, then after reach to the B, AE1B, then after E2C, clear, I reach to the C plus, and then after E3D, move on the third edges and reach to the plus D, and then after E4E. Clear? So that is one walk. I consider finite alternating sequence of vertex, edge, and so on. And as you can check that no any vertex repeated. And first you have to check it should be the open walk. Open walk means the first vertex and last vertex are not same. Clear? In the closed walk means the first place and the end, starting and ending place are same. That is known as a closed walk. And if starting and ending are not same, then it is called the open walk. So here start with the A and your journey with end with the plus E. Clear? So that is known as a open walk. It means if you start to the Rajkot city, clear, and you have to end your journey with Ahmedabad, then it is known as open walk. But if you start your journey with Rajkot and you have to again reach back to the Rajkot city, visited some places and so on, that is known as a close walk. Clear? So open walk in which no any vertex repeated more than one. It means you have to visit one place only one time. You cannot use the same place again via the different route. You have to visit each place that are in your route only one time and again end your journey with one place. So that is known as a path. You can consider more example here. You can consider the A, clear, E7E, that is one open walk, clear, and that is also known as a path. Let's include more places. A, E7E, then after E6B, E2C, clear, A, E7B, A, E7E, then after E5B, clear, this way, A, E7E, then after E5B and E2C. So that is also known as a path. Lots of example you can create them. Clear? You can include the B, E6, E4, A, that is also known as a path. Okay. But now the counter example, which is not a path. Clear? These are the two example which is not a path. Why it is not a path? Because in this walk, clear, it is definitely the walk here. Which walk we are consider? EEAT. Clear? EEAT. Let us draw in this graph. EEAT. It means I use the loop. E, then after move on the loop and reach back to the E. E4D, clear? Now move on the E4 and reach to the D. E6B, that is E6 and reach to the place B. E1A and reach to the vertex A. So clearly it is open walk. Clear? You have to start your journey with the place E and you have to end your journey with the place A. So clearly it is open walk there. Okay. But why it is not a walk? Why it is not a path? Because the vertex are repeated. Clear, the same place you have to use again. It means the one place you have to repeat more than one time. The vertex are repeated here. So therefore it is not a path. And now we can implement this condition. We can include the self loop in a walk, but we cannot use the self loop in the path. Clear? It is a loop here, that is self loop here. Clear? We can not include the self loop in a path. If we include the self loop in a path, the vertex will now repeat. Okay, so we can include in the walk easily. That is a walk. Clearly it is a walk that. It is open walk. But we cannot say it is a path. Why it is not a path? Because one place you have to visit more than one time. So therefore we cannot say it is a path. Okay, so that is simple one. Second example, A, E1B, E2C, E3D, E6B. Clear? This route, which I not include the loop here, but it is also not a path. Let us check. The data here, you have to start your journey with the A, E1B, E2C. Clear? Then after E3D, and E6B. E6, you have to reach to the D, and then after E6B, and that's all. Clear? You have to end your journey with the place B. So here it is open walk also. You have to start your journey and end your journey with the B. It is open walk clearly, but that is not a path. Why? Because the one place B is repeated more than one time. You have to already visit B at that place when you start A1B, and you have to end your journey with the place B again. So therefore the place is repeated, and therefore we cannot say it is a path. Clear? All three examples are the walk, but only one is a path and these two are not a path. Clear? Why? Because in definitions we are said that no any vertex repeated in the open walk. So such type of walk is known as a path. No any vertex repeated in open walk. So that type of walk is known as a path. Clear? So it is simple. And next one is a circuit. Clear? Circuit definitions. So what is that? Closed walk in which no vertex appear more than one in a circuit is called a circuit. Clear? What is that? A closed walk. In the path we are considered open walk, but in a circuit definitions we will consider a closed walk in which no vertex appear more than one. Clear? What is definition of path? An open walk in which no vertex appear more than one. But in circuit definitions, it is a closed walk in which no any vertex repeated more than one. But now we are consider a closed walk. Closed walk means starting and ending are same. So definitely these two vertex will repeat it. Clear? So that is one conditions here, except initial and final vertex. Initial means starting vertex and ending vertex. Clear? Initials, starting and ending vertex should be same. Clear? So closed walk in which no vertex except, clear, that is one conditions here. No vertex means you can accept there is two, starting and ending are same, appear more than one in a circuit. It is called in a closed walk. It is called a circuit. So it is definition of circuit. And let us think about the same example, and we'll create now a example of circuit. Okay. So first you can think about a closed walk which starting and ending are same. And then after think about that, no any vertex repeated between starting and ending. No any place is repeated between starting and ending. Okay, so that type of examples are known as a circuit. So consider any example that which is a closed walk. You can consider here A E1B. Clear? You have to start your journey with A, reach to the B, then after E5 E, then E7A. Clear? A E1B, E5 E, E7A. It is a closed walk and no any vertex appear more than one except this A. Therefore, it is known as a circuit. Clear? Here. A E1B, E5 E, E7A. That is known as a circuit. Clear? This triangle. And second is a B E6D. Clear? This, let's say the second one. B E6D. Here you have to start your journey with the B. Then after move on this edge E6D. And then after E4E, you have to reach to the vertex E. And then E5B. Clear? Reach back to the B. This triangle. Clear? So that is also known as a circuit. It is a closed walk where no any vertex repeated except the final and last. Clear? That is one condition, that except final vertex and last vertex are repeated here, but in between the final and ending, no any vertex repeated there. So that is known as a definition of circuit. And the second word, circuit, is also known as a cycle. Clear? The similar word, second word for that. Cycle means there is one loop. Clear? Closed loop there. And you have to, in this loop, you have to include some places, and that type of loop you can say as a cycle. So circuit is also known as a cycle, but it is one type of chain here. A1B, 5, 7A, where initial and final are same, and in between them, no any vertex repeat. So these are the example of circuit. Clear? This graph. Clearly you can manage a closed walk. It is also same here. And clearly every vertex in a circuit is of degree 2. Every vertex in a circuit is of degree 2. Clear? Why it is true? Let us check. In this graph, clear, we are consider this triangle. And now separate this triangle here. Clear? Separately draw this upper triangle, which include we have one circuit. Clear? That is vertex A, that is vertex B, and it is vertex C. Clear? So now think about this triangle only, not this graph. Clear? Think about this triangle only. Clear? And as you can check that degree of every vertex in a circuit. Clear? This is your circuit right now. A, T1, B, E5, C, sorry, here vertex E, E5, E, and E7, A. That is now your circuit. And clearly every vertex in the circuit is of degree 2. Clear? What is the degree of each vertex right now? Clearly degree of each vertex is a 2. Clear? Degree of this is a 2 here, degree of this vertex is a 2, and degree of this vertex is also clear. Think about this triangle. Clear? This is also one circuit. Clear? Now separately draw here and check that what is the degree of every vertex of this triangle. Clear? So that is this triangle. And what is the degree of each vertex? All have degree 2. Clear? So that is the meaning of this line. Okay. In this circuit example, every vertex is of degree. What is the circuit? A, E1, B, A, F, B, then after G, C, D, E, F, and reach to there. That is one loop, one circuit here. And as you can check that degree of each vertex, what is the degree of each vertex is a 2. Clear? And here also same, that is a small circuit here, G, C, H, I, G. Clear? And clearly all vertex have degree 2. Clear? So that is asked in a 1 mark. Clear? That is one result for us. What is that result? Okay, what is the degree of each vertex in the circuit? Clear? So degree of each vertex in a circuit is a 2. Okay, so we learned the 3 definitions here: walk, path, and circuit. Walk, path, and circuit, and all are very important definitions. Walk is main definitions to understand path and circuit. Okay, walk is the main definition. So first you have to clear these definitions, and then after think about the path and circuit, because path and circuit are depend the definitions of walk. Clear? Path and circuit definitions are depend in this definitions of walk. Here it is open close walk, and the definitions of path we are consider the open walk. So first you have to clear the concept of walk, and then after you can think about the path and circuit. Clear? This definitions is very important to understand the definition of path and circuit. Walk is a finite alternative sequence of vertices and edges beginning and ending with vertex, where edge cannot appear more than one, but vertex may appear more than one. And now use the definitions to create a path. That is open walk in which no vertex appear more than one. It is called a path. And that is also very important. Okay. It is also asked in 1 mark short question, otherwise 1 mark MCQ. Clear? Okay. Can we include self loop in a path? Clear? Otherwise it is asked in such a way that okay, self loop is included in a walk, but can we include in a path? Okay. And that is questions will be arise in such a way that clear. Okay, write the definition of walk, path, and circuit with its counter example. Clear? Write the definitions of walk, path, and circuit with its counter example. For example, as for 6 marks. So definitions contain the 1 mark, and its counter example contain the 1 mark. Clear? So you have to draw any graph and mention the walk, path, and circuit as per your graph. Clear? It is not compulsory that you have to mention this graph in exam also. Clear? Remember one thing, that is one arbitrary data here, arbitrary number of vertices. So it is not important to mention this graph only in the exam also. You can create another simple graph. Clear? And check this includes vertices, edges name, and write 1 or 2 example of walk, write one example which is not a walk. Clear? Similarly, use the same graph and write one path and circuit. So that is the way questions will be asked from this part. Clear? Okay, write a definition of walk, path and circuit and with it counter example. Okay, so that is important for us. And then after, connected graph and disconnected graph. What is a connected graph? A graph is said to be connected if there is at least one path between every pair of vertices in a G. What is meaning of that? A graph is said to be connected graph if there is at least one path between every pair. You have to think about all vertices of the graph and take any pair of this graph. So there should be at least one path in this graph. It means you can create at least one open walk between these two vertices. It means you have to reach to this, you can connect to these two vertices there. So let's think about these two graphs. This graph is a connected graph and this graph is a disconnected graph. Clear? So what is the connected graph? Here you think about any two vertices. Think about any two vertices of this graph. Clear? So there exists at least one path between these two vertices. Let us think about a vertex C and vertex F. Clear? I need to check the path between these two vertices. Clear? Path between these two vertices. There is a path you can reach to the A, C, B and F. That is one path between two vertices. Any two vertices you can consider. Let us take E and B. There is a path between E to B. There is a path between D to A also. Clear? You can also change the route here. Then we need C to F. You can also use this route also. That is also one path. So it means exist at least one path. Clear? There should be multiple paths. It should be happen. It depends on the graphical situation there. But our condition is at least one path should be exist. At least one path should be exist between any pair of vertices. So that is the graph is connected and now this is disconnected. Why? If this is complete, this is a full graph here. Clear? This include a 4 plus 2 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7 vertices included in this graph. But I need a path between vertex G and vertex L. So I cannot connect this G to L. Clear? I reach to the I plus and there is no any connection between the I with L. Therefore, this graph is known as a disconnect. This graph is known as a disconnected graph. And I need path between J to M, J to K. There is no any path between these two. Clear? So think about every vertex of this graph and there exists at least one path. अगर एक path है तो भी चलेगा. But at least one path should be exist between these two vertices. Therefore, it is connected. Otherwise, it is disconnected. Okay, so this exercise will done after the completion of Euler graph. Clear? We'll first complete the Euler graph and then after we'll complete the exercise. So any doubt in the definition of walk, path and circuit to anyone? Is it clear to all? Yes, Pratik, is it clear? Okay, Dhruvil, there is no any doubt. Okay, if you have any doubt in the any definitions, you can raise your questions. Okay, we'll think about all the definitions again. So, okay, so there is no any doubt to anyone, I think. Clear? So let us learn one. Okay, there is one question that, sir, is it necessary to choose shortest route? No, it is not necessary that. You can use any route to connect these two places that. But if we use the Google map, clear, and we have to enter the two places. Clear, let us enter the two places that one is Rajkot and second is let us use the Jamnagar. Okay. So I get three different paths between these two places, two locations. Clear? So in this Google display, we check that there is a three different path, and I blink any path that. Clear? I visit. So they get time as well as kilometer. So what I consider that I will consider the shortest route between these two places, and I will use that. Clear? So it is not necessary in this arbitrary situations here. It is arbitrary any graph, arbitrary number of vertices, arbitrary edges. So you can use any route to connect these two places. Clear? If it is include more edges, include number of edges are less, you can consider any route, any path between them. So there is no any necessary to choose a shortest route. Clear? But when it is asked that what is the shortest distance between the two places, then you have to think about the shortest route. Clear? But that is the data we'll learn in the at the end of this unit. Clear? That is known as a weighted graph. In this weighted graph, we'll learn the Kruskal algorithm also. And in the Kruskal algorithm, what is the application of Kruskal algorithm? The based of the Google map, it's on Kruskal algorithm. Clear? Okay, there we can identify shortest route between the two places. So in such case, we'll think about all the edges. Weight are given. That weight are given. Weight means a distance between two places. Clear? What is a kilometer between the two locations that? So weight are given of the each place is that, and then after we'll think about shortest route. But right now it is not necessary. Okay. So is it clear, Darshan? Okay. So now a very important theorem of the graph, that is Euler graph, and as a starting we think about there is history you have to learn of the graph theory, and there was discuss one problem, Königsberg bridge problem, and as Euler derived solutions and by using this graph, okay, that type of questions done. Question, what is the question that okay, there is 7 bridges in this Spiegel River, and you have to visit all such bridges exactly one time and again reach back to your starting place. So is it possible or not? So how we can check easily that? Clear? By using the graph. So Euler derived that, and by using the Euler graph, we can check that it is possible or not. Clear? So let us first learn this graph, and then after we'll think about that type of real life problem. So what is that graph? Is it possible to find closed walk running through every edge of G? Exactly one. Clear? First you have to consider a closed walk. Clear? Closed walk means starting and ending are same. क्लियर? जहां से आपने स्टार्ट किया है वहीं आपको फिर से पहुंचना है. दैट इज मीनिंग ऑफ क्लोज वॉक. क्लोज वॉक इन विच running through every edge of the G exactly one. It means for any graph you have to use all the edge. Clear? You have to running through every edge of the G exactly one. This condition is exactly one, means you cannot repeat the same edge again. Then such walk is known as a Euler line. Clear? Such close walk is known as a Euler line. When it is Euler line, okay, we have to running through every edge of the G of the graph exactly one time. Then such walk is known as a Euler line, and this graph consists of Euler line is called an Euler graph. Clear? You have to start your journey with one place and end your journey with the same place, and in your journey you have to use all the edge exactly one time. Means it is compulsory to use all the edges in your walk and again reach back to your starting place. So if it is possible in such type of graph, you have to start with one place and you have to visit all such places and of this your graph, and you have to visit all the edges exactly one time and reach back to your starting place. Clear? Remember one thing, it is a closed walk. It means we are in definition of walk right now. What is the definition of walk? It is a finite alternating sequence of vertex edge. No any edge appear more than one, but vertex may appear more than one. Clear? That I'll implement here. Running through every edge of the G exactly one. Every edge of the G means you have to use all the edges exactly one time in such walk is called Euler line, and the graph consists such Euler line is called the Euler graph. So here it is a simple one here. Clear? That is a 3 vertex I mentioned. Clear? Simple graph, which is a Euler graph. So what I need to think here, we need to think about a closed walk. Clear? So start your journey with any place. Start your journey with any vertex. Clear? Let us take the my starting point is a C. Clear? I start my journey with the place C. Clear? What I consider, I need to consider one closed walk. It means I start my journey with the place C and again reach to the place C. Every edge of the G exactly one. In your walk, you have to count every edge. So E3 I use now, reach to the place B, then I reach E1 edge, I use now, reach to the place A, and then I use the E2 and reach to the place C. Clear? So what is the concept? C, then after E3, clear, then after B, then after E1 and A, and then after E2C. Clear? So C to C, C, E3B, E1A, E2C. That is a closed walk, and as you can check that every edge, there is no any edge now remaining in this graph, and it is exactly one time. You have not repeated any edge more than one time. So that type of graph is known as a Euler graph. Clear? That is known as a Euler line, and that type of graph is called Euler graph. Clear? It is Euler graph because we get Euler line. Here I starting point is A here, so A E1 B, A E1 B, then after E3C, E2A, A E1 B, E3C, E2A, A2A. There is starting point is A here, so it is also known as Euler line, and this graph consists such Euler line. It is called Euler graph. Clear? Let us think about second example. There is a 5 vertex right now. Clear? And what I think, I need to identify Euler line. Clear? So let's start your journey with vertex A. Clear? So let us move on. You have to create such closed walk in which you have to include all the vertices, all the edges exactly one time, and again reach back to your starting place. Clear? So let's start with AE2, AE1B. Clear? I use this edge. Then after E2C. Clear? Then after E3D. Okay. Then after, let us move on the E4. Clear? Sequentially. And then after at the place E, I use the E7 edge and reach back to the B. Clear? Here I think, check that the vertex is repeated here. Clear? B I already used when consider A, E1, B, E2, C. And again I reach back to the B. That is happen in a walk. Vertex may appear more than one. Clear? But edge cannot appear more than one. So I reach. Then after I use the E6, this edge is reach to the D. And then I use the E5 edge to reach to the A. Clear? So that covered all the edges of the graph G exactly one time in such close walk. So that type of walk, clear, is known as a Euler line, and this graph is known as a Euler graph. Clear? This graph is known as a Euler graph. So here close walk A1B, E2C, E3D, E4E, E5B, E6D, E7A. Clear? A, E1B, E2C, E3D, E4E, E7B, and after E6D, E7A. Clear? So that is a Euler line, and this graph is known as a Euler graph. Clear? So this graph is known as Euler. Let us think about the counter example. So which is not a Euler. Clear? So here this graph, it is not Euler graph here. Why it is not Euler graph? Let us think about Euler line. So my starting point, let us take A. I move on the A1B. A, E1B. Clear? Starting point is A, E1B. Clear? Then after I use the E2C. I have two possibility at the B. You can use the E8 or E2. You can use any one that. Then after E5, E7F, E6C, E3D. Clear? So now you reach to the plus D. So you have two possibility for that. Clear? If you covered E8, then you will reach to the B plus. Clear? If you will covered, suppose you have to move on the E8, then you will reach to the plus B. And from the B, your journey will end. Because you cannot use the E1 again to reach back the plus A. Clear? Otherwise, you have the second possibility, move on the E4 and you will reach back to the vertex A. So it become a close walk right now. It become a close walk, but not a Euler line. Why it is not Euler line? What is the reasons for that? Because this edge is missing. This edge is not included in the Euler line, and therefore this graph is not a Euler graph. Clear? It is not possible that you to start your journey with always plus A. You to consider any vertex. You can start your journey with the plus C. Clear? You can start your journey with the plus D. Any place you can consider that. But when we consider any walk, you can again complete the close walk clearly, but one edge will be missing. Clear? Let us think about it. Let us consider starting and ending point are different. Let us my starting point, let us take C. Clear? I start my walk with the plus C. So you have four possibility. Clear? You can move on this way, E2, E5, E6. Consider any path you can consider. Let us start with the D. Then reach to the plus A. Then after B. Then after C. Clear? Now from the C, you have to complete this way. Either E7, then F, and reach to the C. So here it is also one edge is missing. E8 is also missing. Clear? If you have to cover, suppose कि आप E8 cover करते हो, let us think about the third route. If you covered the E8, let us start my journey with the plus B, and I covered the E8 edge. Clear? So at the plus D, let us move on this way. Then after B, clear? Then after E6, C, then after E5, F, then C, and then D. Clear? You have to cover all the edges, but not a close walk. What is your starting point? My starting point is a B, and I again reach back to the B. I again reach back to the B, but my journey end with the plus or D. So that is also not a Euler line. Clear? So this graph contains A, E1B, E2C, E5E, E7F, E6C, E3D, E4A is a close walk, but not a Euler line because E8 is not included, and therefore it is not a Euler graph. Clear? So here I think about Euler graph. Clear? This line we'll discuss later. Clear? Because first we'll discuss about Konigsberg bridge problem, and then we'll think about that. So just 1 minute.